Hi, I'm Prabjotkar, and here I would like to talk about proposing criminal justice reforms for equal and equitable rights in Canada. So, if we talk about Canada, we know that Canada is doing very good, like in distributing their laws, or I can say, like how they are regulating their community, how they are safeguarding the public protection, how they are like giving rights to their community. But nevertheless, some questions are arising that is there fair distribution of I can say, is there fair distribution of rights among the community? Is there equal and equitable access to the, I can say, government, or I can say public facilities? So when I was searching about this, I get to know about some reforms which Canada are like accepting, or I can say they are adopting, and which, if they are adopting it, they will be better like in future. So first reform is public reforms, and in this first one is sentencing guidelines. So they should like sentence some proper guidelines to their judges so that they can take proper decisions. I can take an example, like there one criminal and one victim, and criminal is from judge family, and the victim is not from his family. So there are very many chances that judge can take decision in the criminal favor because he's from his family. So here, proper guidelines should be sentenced, proper guidelines should be maintained, they should be given to judges so that everyone get fair justice, everyone get fair rights, equal and equitable rights. So second one, I would like to talk about bail reforms. So in order to deal with some perpetual temptation and sell some access to justice, very important to reform some bail reforms. Like if they will form some bail reforms, there will be very like equal or equitable distribution of rights for the rights for the community. And after, I would like to talk about some court reforms. I can say second of in this I want to say about access of legal representation. Here I would like to tell about that people should have fair entry, that they can easily access the representatives, they can have access to them and resources. So government should like act in a way that everyone in the community can like contact them. I can say like they can have their rights. After, I would like to talk about culture competence training. So for the truthful treatment and deal with the business inside the courtroom, it is very like it is mandatory, so that culture competence schooling for like courtrooms, like for the judges, and so that there like numerous people from like different cultures met together, and they will share their thoughts together from diverse culture and background. It is very important because at that time we can say there will be no biasness. I like we can take one example of like a judge and the criminal from a particular community, and like in their community, I can say they are very fond of each other, that they are like our community is best, we can't do anything wrong. So at that time judge can take wrong decision. So in this reform I can say, like there should be some like uh, diversity in the culture in the courtroom, so that there will be no biasness while taking decision. So the judge can't be biased, like he can take decision correctly in, I can say, for the victim, and he can punish the criminal. So there are many other reforms too, like I can say restorative justice practice, community based service, rehabilitation programs, and many more. So without taking that much time, I would like to conclude. So it is like necessary for the Canada to set up this kind of reforms. Like they are adapting it, but they are not fully adapting it. I can say they should adapt it properly so that there could be equal and equitable distribution of rights for the community. They can like equally have access to representatives, and like they like the people have, like the people do not have to face biasness in the courtrooms, and they will have they can have fair decisions. So after all this research, I get to know about this, like these reforms are very important for the Canada.